So before I go through the details of how I've implemented this, a little bit of the basic, the Venturi vacuum, is we have a blower that pushes air in through some reducers, which increases that air pressure because all the air still has to go through. And then that opens up, and that sudden increased low pressure, which creates that vacuum that pulls air from the hood. And what this gives us is a vacuum hood vent that doesn't destroy the blower because none of the corrosive gases actually go through the blower. In my hood, the air intake is a PVC toilet flange, which gives me a nice connection to the rest of the vent. The main consideration is the size and opening. In general, the blower needs to pull about 100 cubic feet per minute per square foot of opening, keeping this small by closing off part or all of the hood. However, even when fully closed, we do need air to come in, which is why you can see I have a 1-inch gap at the bottom of the doors. This allows air to flow into the hood and up and out through the vent system. In general, the smaller airspace coming in, the more efficient it works. Alright, so I've closed my protector over the hood. As you can see, there it is in there. Obviously, I'm in an outside area, covered, but still outside, so I have this extra protection. The actual guts of the vent system are up in here, so we'll take a look at that. So we start with our blower. This is an 8-inch blower. It moves about 750 cubic feet per minute. We reduce our diameter down to a 2-inch diameter that comes into the T where we're pulling air out of the hood. So effectively, I use these flexible PVC pieces along with some of the fixed ones. Bring it down. I get to this 2-inch pipe. This runs through that flexible one all the way to this point in that T, which creates our airflow that then gets expanded back out as we move back from the 2-inch pipe into the 4-inch pipe up to a 6-inch exhaust pipe, PVC exhaust pipe. Most of these pieces I was able to get at the local big box hardware store. A few of them, in particular, these bigger flex connectors, I did have to order via Amazon, but they was fairly straightforward, quick delivery. And the exhaust pipe runs through this chase out the end of the enclosure and up to disperse the fumes. The blower is, as I said earlier, an 8-inch blower, moves up to 750 cubic foot a minute. It is adjustable and has this remote, so I can control it without having to be in the hood. Oftentimes I'll have it lower if I'm not really doing anything that's creating fumes. Even on the low setting, you see it gets some pretty good pull. This is on that number 1, very lowest setting it could be on. And takes that right away. And of course, higher settings just pull more air, more suction. All right, so this is a diagram of the blower as it reduces down into the 2-inch pipe. Just a series of connectors, short little PVC pieces connecting in between each reducer. And then here's a diagram of the Venturi itself. The pipe in pink in there is that same 2-inch pipe in the previous diagram coming into that T, and then everything expands back out, creating low pressure, which creates our vacuum. All right, well, thank you for watching this short little video. Please like and subscribe. Of course, comments, questions, feedback, always encouraged. Thank you.